And so, John, you've seen poverty all over the world, and what are some of the solutions that you have been able to work on from being an entrepreneur?
I think I've traveled all over Africa, I've traveled Southeast Asia, Latin America, and poverty is everywhere. It's in our front doorstep as well. And I think empowerment is probably one of the most important things when it comes to solutions of poverty. And there are two ways that one can look at that. That's the short term, is how can I embrace my community to help me? How can I embrace the community to help other people in the community? And I think those are some of the short-term solutions which we tend to overlook. Long-term, I think it's all about education.
Okay, absolutely. And of course, that's one of the reasons that we started a charter school here 16 years ago, is to help educate our community. So John, you've been an entrepreneur for how long?
15 years now.
About 15 years.
Yes.
And so recently you started a new venture. Tell us a little bit about that and what the name of it is.
Well, I bought a company called Lumen Touch, and Lumen Touch puts technology into schools and school districts. And the whole motivation behind doing that is to give the teacher more time with the student. Mm-hmm. Our education system is in a real crisis today, yes, and this is not a business for me, it's a calling. Mm-hmm. I believe we have to be able to get education to underprivileged communities around the world. One of the ways we can do it is through technology.
Absolutely. So John, in your years of entrepreneurialism and you've had some challenges to face yourself. What have some of those challenges been, and how have you overcome them?
Well, the challenges are immense, and I was brought up in South Africa and Northern Rhodesia, and my father worked at a mission station for a number of years. So I've seen all sorts of challenges, from tuberculosis to leprosy to severe poverty. I mean, you name it, we've seen it. And I always think it's all about grit when it comes to solutions. It's really about guts in the beginning, guts in a community to say we can take hold of the situation. I think it's very much about resilience. We don't have to depend on everybody else. We can do it ourselves, but we have to be extremely resilient.
Yeah.
I think intuition is the other thing. There's intuition in our communities that we don't own ourselves, and we have to leverage that intuition because it'll bring us the solutions we're looking for. And then finally, I think it's tenacity and temerity. Let's just do it.
So when you talk about success, how do you define success?
Success is all about creating a vision and then striving towards that vision with severe passion. It's all about, you may never ever reach the vision, but as long as you're striving towards it, but you have to keep on visualizing, visualizing, visualizing. Every morning that you wake up, visualize what the end game is going to be, and keep on working at it, because everybody around you is going to pull you away from your dream. Everybody's going to try and pull you down. You have to stick with it, and you have to just show them that you can do it with the community around you.
So John, being an original African American,
yes,
sometimes people of color think that the odds are against us because of our color, but when you're trying to be an entrepreneur, have you found that you faced those same challenges trying to get ahead?
I think we do in every way, and I think it depends on the challenge that's in front of you at the time that sometimes tempts you to bring the bias in as to why the challenge is working against you. Mm-hmm. Again, I think if we respect people and we understand the talent that people have, if we respect our communities and we understand the resident talents in our communities, we can all reach a vision.
Absolutely. Well, John, I appreciate you being here today. How do we help with the company that you've started? How do we help stop the downward spiral of our educational system? That'll be my last question for you.
I think it behooves every one of us to read to our children every day. Mm-hmm. I think it behooves every one of us to teach our children how to count every day. Mm-hmm. We have to educate our kids more and more and more, because they're our future. We better look after them.
Absolutely.
Thank you very much,
John. God bless you.